Hi, my name is Willie Minix, and this is more in my series of videos on guitar for relaxation. And no, I'm not a trained music therapist or anything, but I was a pastor for a long time. I did a lot of pastoral counseling, and one thing that I know is that a lot of people really get stressed out about things. You know what? Jesus said if you have faith like a mustard seed, you can move mountains, right? And faith is not one of those things that is just something you've been given. This is it. This is how much faith you have. He says if you have it like a mustard seed, and a mustard seed is a tiny little seed, but it grows really fast and it grows really tall. And one time in one of my church plants that I was involved in, I gave a message about mustard seeds, and at the end I gave everybody a mustard seed and some dirt, and I told them to take it home and plant it. And one guy came back like just 2 weeks later, and he said, "You would not believe that mustard seed is like growing like crazy." And then like a couple weeks after that, he said, "It's like up to my window. I can see it when I look outside." And it grew really fast. Now my mustard seed that I planted actually died, but a lot of the other people's, it grew, you know. And that was the interesting thing about the mustard seed plant, is that it is a very fast growing plant. But a lot of times people say, "Well, I just don't have a lot of faith." Well, it's something you got to exercise. You know, you exercise your faith by trusting. You know, you say, "I'm going to believe that this is going to happen, and God's got my best interest, you know, in this situation. I'm going to believe that if I pray about this, that there is going to be an answer to my prayer." You know, it's not something that you're just innately born with. It says faith is a gift, you know. So if you don't feel like you have much faith, there was the guy that Jesus healed that he said, "Do you believe?" And the guy, he said, "Help my unbelief." You know, "I do believe, but help my unbelief." And Jesus said, "Okay," and he healed the guy. That's the kind of Jesus that I like to talk about. You know, that's what the Bible talks about. And I think that if you trust Him, some of the stress and problems that are going on in your life, He can deal with them. And that's really what the essence of the blues is all about, is trying to figure out a way to deal with stress and misery in your life by getting it off your chest and by talking through it. Well, that's what we're doing when we're playing blues music. We're just talking through all that stress. And I've talked before about some blues places on the guitar when you're in open D, D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. And this is kind of a completion of that. Any place that you play on the 5th fret or the 3rd fret is going to sound bluesy. That one though, the F sharp, is a little iffy, so you can play the 1 and the 3 and the 4. And that's where you want to get those bends. Like when we're playing in the 2 and 4, that nice folky kind of a thing, that's not the best place to throw your bends. But when you want to practice those bending strings, that's good when you're on the 3 and the 5. And maybe you're in that kind of a mood. Maybe you're not ready for like some soft, tender 2 and 4. You want that crunchy stuff. And anything you play, if I'm playing this stuff, anything you play in 3 and 5. If you're up here, it's going to sound good while I'm down here. And sometimes you just need that kind of funky stuff to get it off your mind, you know. You just, I'm not going to think about that stuff today because it's aggravating me. I'm going to get bluesy. And I'm going to let it go. And I want to exercise faith, because if I say I put that in God's hands and I think God's going to take care of that, then I can go and enjoy playing some blues. And if you look kind of grumpy when you're doing it or in pain, it makes it that much better, right? There's something humorous about blues. Even though it's blues and it's dark and my baby left me kind of stuff, there's still a sense of humor to it, that it's like, it's bad, but I haven't lost my humor, because a lot of these licks just inherently have something, you know, light about them. I think I knocked my guitar out of tune a little bit, but that's okay. And now I moved on. I'm not playing just that one finger technique anymore. Now I'm kind of going back and forth between, I'm just kind of rocking my hand back and forth like this. I'm going 3rd fret, 5th fret with my pinky, or my pinky and my ring finger. If you have, like, maybe your pinky's weak, you can do it with your ring finger. You just kind of, or if your pinky and your ring finger are kind of weak, you can do it with both. Places I like to bend are right here. You can see that. I like to bend here. I like to bend that one. Sometimes I like to bend that one. I like the vibrato right there. I don't like to bend there as much, but I do on that last note there. So those are just a few things that you can think about if you want to play some blues music, and maybe that'll reduce some of your stress and make you feel better. But until then, I'll be praying for you. I hope everything gets better in your life, and you hang in there. God bless you, and we'll catch you in the next video.